Thanks, John. No better way to start the day. This music's addictive. We're putting this under all of Rico's reads today.
Okay, is this real music or is this you going down?
Oh, this is what you hear at Kenny's birthday. It's a little Russian. There you go. It's a Stoli-Doli. We'll get to that at 4. We're very excited. We're going to be drafting Darkman, the mystery man. Rico, I know last night was exhausting as the Grand Marshal of the fireworks for both sides of the river.
Okay, whatever.
I want to bring you into the fold. Well, you have to rule later. You're going to be the judge. Because I feel like I'm right. Kenny feels like he's right. You need to be the voice of reason. We're going to do that at 4. We need to start out because I have a new metric to debut, and I have to make a statement about the baseball team in this town. Now, I'd like to say for the record, Sunday was not a Tigers loss. It was a Maton loss.
Okay, the difference?
We should be 2.5 out of first. So we're 4.5 out, gained a game, because your Braves did the business against the Twins. Twins then go to Baltimore. Tigers win an incredibly unlikely game last night. Hey, I'm Matthew Boyd, dead. Hey, I'm Will Vest, also dead. And all they do is go out, use a zillion pitchers again after using a zillion pitchers Sunday. They start the 4-game set with a W. 4.5 out, and as I'm now starting to state, 2.5 out, Maton adjusted. The standings, we have 2 sets of standings.
So we're just going to act like he doesn't exist. Gotcha.
Well, my point to you is if he didn't exist, if the idea of Nick Maton never happened and he didn't exist, we'd be 2.5 out of first. That game Sunday, he cost us a 2-game swing. And I said yesterday, I'm not giving up the ship.
No.
4.5 out.
I just knew that this was over.
No. And I said it yesterday.
You hopped on the boat with the women and children.
No. I hopped back out.
You're with the band?
I am with the band.
Oh,
we're playing the clarinet, and the water's up to our knees. But I said it, and then David's like, but they're playing Texas. And I'm like, play the games. Do you know what this team displayed last night? I want to tell you something. Championship DNA. It's in their bones. This team is like a bad rash. They just will not go away. They won't go away. Rico, they had Boyd die after 6 pitches, Vest after 3.
Mm-hmm.
They are getting nothing. And we're going to do this at 3 o'clock. Torkelson is trash. Maton, garbanzo beans. Harvey, when he's not Javi. And it won't go away. We're getting Scooble back. You're getting Erod back. Tonight, Matt Manning on the mound, which means no more bullpen days. Maybe Joey Wentz gets launched into the sun. Rico, I want to know that even though they're 4.5 out, I'm starting to feel even better. Even better.
Really?
Pitching's there. Pitching's there, and we are now +1 in my new metric.
See, honestly, I thought you were
No.
This was a dumb idea. I can't believe I got suckered in.
They didn't lose Sunday.
You would have grabbed a wig and high heels and hopped in the boat.
Nope. They didn't lose Sunday. Nick Maton lost. We have a new stat here on this show. We will present to you, and I'd like to make a request for our update people to do this, whether it's Chris Villar, whether it's Captain Good Afternoon, or whether it's Luke, who's probably wearing a parka today because he's still wearing flannels in June. I would like them to present the Tigers standing every day with games behind and then Maton adjusted games behind. I think our audience deserves to know. But we have a new stat because today's a new day. Much like going from BC to AD. Well, we're in a post-Maton era, and I'd like to debut an analytic. I call it WHAM. WAM. You know what that is? Wins above Maton.
A new analytics statistics.
We're +1
All right.
in wins above Maton. Now, I come up with this stat because all it really means is, what do you do in the absence of Nick Maton being in your clubhouse. Wins above Maton. When you replace a Maton with a bag of potatoes, you get WHAM. Tigers have a +1 WHAM post-Maton.
So the new war.
You don't need war when you got WHAM. War is based on a replacement level player.
Nick Maton, russet potatoes.
WHAM is based on baby Yukon Golds. It's a new day, people. Kenny buys it. Kenny buys it.
Is the metric of the future now that we know what life without Nick Maton looks like? We look to WHAM.
You don't need streamer. You don't need the Zips format. You don't need VORP trends. You don't need OPS. You don't need WAR. It's WHAM. Wins above Maton. And Maton adjusted standings. We're really only 2.5 games out. And that's the world I'm living in because I'm in a post-Maton world. And they took the opener at Texas while their starter died after 5 minutes. Then the guy they bring in next blows his knee out.
Nothing about that game made sense.
No, and it doesn't have to because it's baseball.
No, that's been there every time you thought, okay, they're out of it.
You realize if Scotty Harris would add 2 bats that were just not Maton, they'd win this division. The pitching's there. The bullpen is there.
Add 2 bats and one of them is not Akil Baddoo, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I look at
because at this point, like once you get all your people coming back,
yeah,
and you get the Riley Greens and everybody, it's almost like you made a deal. Because you treaded water when everybody thought that you were just going to drown.
I need somebody at third base, and I need another bat anywhere in the order. See, here's the problem. This is the thing that kills me. We'll get to this guy at 3. If Spencer Torkelson were not Maton-esque, he's definitely in the Maton family tree. Imagine where the team would be.
Yeah, he was doing so good for about 10 days. It's like, yes,
well,
maybe.
It's funny you say that because unfortunately for Spencer, depending on the month, there's usually 20 to 21 more days than that. And I have his June numbers for you, and we're going to get to it at 3. But I want to know where the people are at. Are you willing to embrace Maton adjusted standings in the updates? And then, yes.
We petition the league to allow this to actually be incorporated in there.
Well, I just feel like what we provide.
In the event that the Tigers are like a game out, no. Let's go back and readjust this.
Game and a half out, but a half game up, Maton adjusted.
Right.
And we're +1 in WHAM. And all I said, fellas, win 1 in Texas, it's the minimum. You win 2, it's a success. You win 3, we're throwing a party. 4 is impossible. Yeah. But the point I'm making is Minnesota is not going to run away. You had them dead to rights, and then you got Matoned. So my point is, amidst all their flaws, amidst all the frustration that they won't call up any of the kids we care about, and amidst Scott Harris refusing to just do us. I used the examples yesterday when the Dodgers called you about Trace Thompson last year, and he really helped them. When the Yankees exhumed the body of Matt Carpenter. Yeah. You got to try a few things, right?
Right.
I swear to God, if Scotty Harris would get off his ass, we wouldn't need Maton adjusted standings. This division is historically bad.
I just think that after the All-Star break, I think he's given the team half a year. Show me your worth. And at that point, I'm going to start making some moves, and I'm going to go out and try to get some people and see. And also, is this real? Like, is this a mirage, or are we really competing?
I don't know.
I don't want to, short-term, long-term. For him is, we can try to get a few pieces.
None of the moves I'm suggesting have any – they don't fly in the face of any rebuild because a lot of these moves, it's cash consideration. Or it's a prospect that Scotty Harris, and you've always said this, and you're right with it. He walked in here at that press conference. He basically told you, guys, I've taken a look at the grocery basket. We're missing several ingredients in the farm system. Mm-hmm. Identify the prospects you don't like. Kill them off. Trade them. Do whatever you got to do. The point is, if I'm a Tiger fan, this team will not quit. I think that's a credit to the manager. Now, AJ's not perfect because he's still the one playing, when Maton was here.
Right.
Or whether it's Harvey batting cleanup, whether it's Maton hitting third or fifth. I still look at AJ Hinch managing most nights with 22 people on this roster. Torque is a nothing, Cabrera's a nothing, Harvey's a nothing, and then Maton has become a verb. You never want to see someone Matoning. 248-539-9797. Gentlemen, are you ready? I mean, David, who's doing updates today for us?
Should I answer the way I want to answer, Kenny? Yes. Heck if I know.
Excellent. I want to communicate to the update guys that I would like Maton adjusted featured in the update. You can give the real standings, and then it's Maton adjusted. 4.5 out, Maton adjusted 2.5. Kenny, are you comfortable with WHAM? Are you comfortable with Maton adjusted? Are you comfortable with your baseball team having championship DNA?
I'll tell you, after being there on Sunday and seeing what Maton did to us, and now we have wins above Maton. He said championship DNA. Rico, you saw your Braves now. They're beating our Minnesota Twins. That's exactly. That's championship DNA. You're looking at it. No Maton, no problem.
See? Mo Maton, Mo problems. They won game 1 last night, fellas. They're 4.5 out. You know what's funny? You could split this series and still be 3.5 out. Twins ain't beating Atlanta. Not happening. Twins blow.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Atlanta's awesome. And then guess where the Twins got to go? At Baltimore. Yeah, beating that team.
You're right.
It's right.
Where's Cleveland? What's Cleveland doing?
I don't care. We are on to Minnesota.
Gotcha.
Don't worry about the Guardians.
Gotcha.
We'll get there.
I still can't believe they won last night. I mean, I'm happy, but yeah, I'm even more shocked. You're still on board. But I fully expected to see dirt in this studio where you just buried them and put a tombstone. Do not ever let me buy into this team again.
That was not a loss on them. It was a loss on the Maton family tree. That was a Maton family loss. We've gone from BC to PM. Post-Maton.
See, that's what I like. I like that better. Before Maton, post-Maton.
I want the ticket text. Love to hear from the callers. Guys, listen, you can laugh. We have nothing else going on. Let's check that Pistons trade hotline. Training camp's a month away. The Red Wings, we're going to get to at 4 because I'm still waiting for Kenny's ultimate hero to do something. That's right. That was David, not me.
Yeah, that's my button, Kenny.
And Rico gets to be the judge. 248-539-9797.
Russian
Rico.
Kenny.
WHAM. Wins above Maton. What do you have for us?
Wins above Maton. Russian Kenny. I love it. I take one day off. You know what? Okay. We're just going to go ahead with the specs at LTU read right now. All right.